I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yeah, welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I am Lamont King, and you are now live. Let's go. Let's go right ahead. Good to see y'all, man. Welcome into the program. That's what we do each and every Monday through Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching right now on the West Coast and worldwide. It's a real situation. This is what we kind of throw at you. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Thank you, Lord Jamar. You know what I mean? Yeah, so there's that. Trending topics, celebrity interviews, hilarious commentary, and interesting people. It's pretty simple. Something like a live podcast. Peanut Gallery, what up? Good to see y'all. The regulars, the usuals, and the newcomers, you're all welcome. As long as you brought one person. That's the price of admission for this show. Good to see y'all. And our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson, on the technicals. I appreciate you. Good to see you, sir. Hey, how was your weekend? We made it. They gave you another Monday. Don't complain, man. Some people ain't get it. So there's that. Hope everything is well. Try to stay sane and safe wherever you at, wherever you're watching from. It's difficult. It's getting harder and harder every day. Without losing your motherfucking mind. Trust and believe. I got about 7 or 8 stories lined up, or headlines. We may not make it through the whole story, but quite a few headlines that jumped out at me. But this one right here, I ain't even had time to pull this up. Pause. I just seen this in the last 2 seconds. Here's the headline. I ain't even have time to put it on the screen. This is from hotnewhiphop.com, just fresh off of Twitter. I could be seeing it late. You probably already know. 50 Cent endorses Donald Trump for president. They say he's gone. I'm trying to, unpack the important parts. 50 Cent has gone on record to diss Donald Trump in the past, calling out his response to the COVID-19 pandemic several months ago. You wanted a reality show host as president, quote. Well, now you're on Survivor. But it seems that despite how he personally feels about Trump, he will still be casting a vote for the Republican candidate, as per his latest post on Instagram. Okay. He says, I don't care if Trump doesn't like black people. Y'all are out of your mind. Said basically because of the Biden tax plan. So this is the post. So if you see that, if you go to Instagram, that's the post. So he posted a screenshot of him watching Bloomberg, which is hilarious. Top tax rates by state under Biden tax plan. New York City, 62%. Okay, I get it. He said, but I don't care. Trump doesn't like black people. 62%. Are you out of your effing mind? Man, that's an interesting. Well, okay, here we go. Let me keep reading. For context, the tax hike is only applicable for Americans who make more than $400,000 annually. So here is the conundrum. This is what a lot of people don't understand or are missing, or maybe they see it and just disregard when we talk voting against our interests, and when we see these well-to-do black men come out in favor of Trump. It has nothing to do with nothing other than money. I can't expect 50 Cent to relate to me as a self-employed, impoverished American entrepreneur. And I can't expect to relate to him as a gazillionaire. So when it comes to protecting our money, I got to surmise that we're going to think differently about that. I have to surmise that. Surmise. Last time you heard somebody use that correctly in a sentence. Yeah, I got to surmise that we're going to think differently. I think the overarching argument, though, from people who are not on board with these rich black male entertainers endorsing Trump is like, the rest of us aren't living like that. So for you to say that it's going to benefit black people, these policies, if you will, or whatever have you, they're not. Trump tax cuts are not going to trickle down. It's not going to benefit the common man, the person that buys your album. It's not. I don't even know that much about financials, but I can tell you that none of that rich people shit is going to trickle down to me. So, whereas my interest is countering white supremacy, your interest is keeping people's hand out your pocket, I guess. Can I judge you for picking that over lining up with your people? I don't know. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because you got Cube, Diddy, Kanye, Trump. I mean, I'm sorry, 50, right? Individual, self-made. They came from nothing. All right. They got something to protect. But they also have a platform and influence. And it's almost as bad as when slack-jawed Hicks, root for Trump when they know good and hell well, they might not know good and hell well that nothing Trump does will trickle down and benefit them. I don't know. This is interesting. How do you judge people in position to have money that's worth them protecting? That's a tough one. When you're voting purely on the business benefit or the benefit to your business versus the benefit to people that look like you. So while I don't have a problem with you trying to protect your bottom line as a business person, it's the American way. We're in capitalism. It is what it is. I do have an issue I don't want to say selling your people out because I don't think what Cube is doing is selling his people out, nor 50. But I do have an issue with making it seem like your problems and my problems are the same. And using the actual problem as the reason when it's not the reason. And what I mean by that is, you'll get up there and contract for Black America, tangibles. We need to blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. When has the Democrats ever gave you what you asked for? When have they not taken advantage of you? When it's really has nothing to do with that. You trying to keep them out your pocket so you can make the most of your money because your peers and your counterparts, your white counterparts, are showing you the game. The government ain't make this money for you, so how can they take it? And you like, yeah, shit, yeah, I did this. I'm self-made. Come on over to our side. We'll show you how the game is played. Meanwhile, everybody else who's spending 20 on your CDs and whatnot ain't living like that. We don't get to play that game. We don't get to roll around with security. We don't get to take these meetings and have people stereotype us as ones that made it. So they treat us different. We don't get that luxury. So, man, I it's hard to say disappointed, not surprised. 2020, don't be surprised, Black folks. But it's hard to argue that for somebody who does not make his money. I can't count his money. And so there's that. But this whole pitting Black men against each other, man, oh man, I never would have thought this. I never would have expected this. Just this whole, Black males being the swing vote. And really, I saw Roland. I didn't want to talk about Cube today, but I had to. I saw more clips. I did not watch Cube on Roland in its entirety. I saw 2 or 3 clips, so it may be out of context, in full fairness. But the one clip I saw today was how he was in the caption. Like the captions on these posters be tripping me out on these posts. Watch Cube shut down Roland Martin. So I'm watching it. I'm glued all the way in. And he didn't really shut him down. I mean, he barely made his point. And the point he was trying to make in the clip that I seen was Rollins is explaining how the Black male in the 2016 election and the 2020 election, how the GOP knew that they would be the swing vote. So they targeted them specifically. So Cube's response is, and it was weird because I was like, I thought these was 2 intelligent people and they both were missing what each other said. So Cube was like, and why is that? Why do you think that they targeting? How come the Democratic Party didn't target? And I was like, no, Cube, that's not the point he's trying to make. So Roland was trying to make the point that they're deliberately trying to wedge Black male voters by appealing to their sensibilities on tax cuts and criminal justice reform. The reasons why, those 2 and specifically, because the voting the Black men that are eligible to vote or who are historically or traditionally would vote are more than likely high percentage of working class business owners, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to target them because, okay, that's the type of person that has money to protect and they vote. The second one is, which I hate personally, is criminal justice and criminal justice reform is marketed as something that's only specific to Black people, period. Because we're expected to go to jail. We're expected to be somehow wrapped up. 1 out of every 6 Black men is the stat, as some contact with the criminal justice system, blah, blah, blah. So when they put that out there as a platform, oh yeah, and we're about criminal justice reform. So that should interest you because you're Black and being Black is synonymous with criminal justice. That's the other angle that they play. So those are the 2 reasons. So in a nutshell, that's what Roland was trying to explain to him. And Cube's clapback was, well, even if that's the case, how come the Democratic Party ain't doing the same thing? And Roland was like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's not how that works. He was like they're deliberately driving a wedge by just pandering those 2 points of their platform. And Cube is stuck on the fact that, well, at least they're doing something. That's not good enough. That's not a good argument. That's not a good argument. At least they're doing something. You sat down with a group of people who have no intention of meeting your demands because they've shown you in the past that they have no intention. Everybody, this is for everybody to say, well, at least Cube did something. Sure. No intention, right? And your response to that is, well, the Democrats ain't gonna do nothing either. So you step up, you step forward to get used. It's tricky. It's weird. So I don't want to belabor that today, but I found that interesting. Cube, I don't know who he's fronting for. And when I say fronting, I'm not saying like fronting. I mean like who he's speaking on behalf of, because he said it himself in the Roland Martin interview that he comes with a group of people more educated than me, more informed than me. He said it. And I'm just the voice and blah, blah, blah. So you got to ask yourself, man. And I say this all the time. There's no surprise that this has been the biggest topic since last Wednesday or Thursday. No surprise. There's a reason Cube even got those meetings. Like let's be real on that. Like put your critical thinking hats on. There's a reason he got these meetings. It ain't because he's Cube. There's a reason. There was already relationships. Relationships are the only thing that Killer Mike ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a list of, and we said this last week, list about 32 names that could have articulated a greater master plan, right? And he's admitted that he's not the architect of the contract with Black America. Just this version is his and he's pushing it. All right, let's lay that out. But there's a reason he became top news story. This shit ain't coincidental. Like that's where we gotta stand back and stand by. Gone. The fake coronavirus diagnosis and cure and comeback for Trump. Gone. Amy Coney Barrett pushing through, not leading the news cycle. Gone. Trump's taxes and his $700 million debt, 450 missing tax money, $750 tax payment. All of that's gone. There's a reason that this particular conversation gets elevated to the top of the news cycle between blacks and whites. How? Now, here we are, black folks. Now we fighting. We got people that's with Cube and ADOS, and then people like, oh man, y'all selling out. You made a deal with the devil. And then it's now we fighting, and now that's the story. That's the story. Haynes says Ice Cube is not leading the news cycle, though. You are sorely mistaken and incorrect. He's been on everybody's show, and social media is dominated by that conversation. Social media is the news cycle, because if you watch the news, 7 out of 10 of their stories come from social media. Moving on. So anyway, I just want y'all to put your hats on and just and think about that. It's more to the story. Okay, let's see. Mr. Clarkson, let's pull in Mr. Clarkson. Give me a second. We got a call. We're going live. More to the story. Okay, let's see. Skype. All right, here we go. Mr. Clarkson, welcome to the program. This is our executive producer. Good to see you. I see you tuned on. Good to see you, man.
It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. So, I put a name.
Okay, I didn't catch it.
No, you good. I was saying that I put a name. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I put a name out there. Ken Kirshon or Kirsten.
Okay.
And that name is really big, mainly because that's a name that's directly connected to the big three.
Right.
When Cube was trying to get the Big Three set up, that was the guy that basically helped Cube get into the room where it happened. What we failed to miss is that that's also Jared Kushner's homeboy.
Okay.
So you're immediately seeing that, hey, man, a favor got called in just off the break. Like, there was a favor that was called in, and because that favor was called in, hey, it's time to pay up. The Republicans knew that Black women are going to march in line. They already know who they got, who they rocking with. They're good. And most importantly about Black women is this: if you're the Republican, if you're for this Republican candidate, Black women ain't got nothing to do with you. They over you. They good.
Not all of them. A lot.
A lot. Okay, that's fair.
Because you got the ones with white husbands who riding.
Correct. So my concern is on my end is that now you have these Black men, us, and we're fighting against each other over the fact of what Cube didn't do, what Cube did, and it's like, no, fam, he's really out here making some dirty moves. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it for what it's worth. Cube and 50 Cent are homegrown terrorists in my mind.
Okay, explain that.
Okay, you grew up, you were nurtured around Black folks. Black folks bought your music. Black folks amened you, went out of their way to support you. Now, because you've made a certain type of money, now you've turned your back on them. And you've basically become the new clown that's coming out the clown car of the Republican Party. When it comes to like people like Tim Scott, we know Tim Scott. We know what he's about. We know Herschel Walker. We already seen what Daniel Cameron failed to do, right? But more and more, it's this collective of just these clowns that just keep rolling out this car.
Yeah.
And with 50 and Cube being the latest ones, you just like, yo, what y'all doing out here, man? You know better. You know better. So to me, there's a difference. We can have a difference of opinion in a policy.
Right.
Like, that's fine. But when you straight up amen somebody like 45, I gotta really question you. I gotta really question what your intentions are.
Yeah. And normally you wouldn't do that. Like you wouldn't necessarily do that. But in this case, you have to. It's because what's your motive, fam? Like I'm not saying shut up and dribble. I'm not saying shut up and rap. Cube, you got a platform. You can be an activist if you want to. Like I'm not mad at none of that. But this wasn't the play. This wasn't the move. Like you just trying to shine a spotlight on yourself so you can go down in history and say, I was somebody that did something. But this ain't that. Like
I think he's learning more and more that he got Steve Harvey.
Not yet. No.
Oh no, I'm saying as far as Black folks kind of shunned away themselves from Steve Harvey.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he hasn't learned yet. He's doubling down. Every interview, every tweet, he still thinks that this is the smartest move. And that this will benefit us. And 4 more years of Trump is something that we should pursue to get tangibles. Because the only reason, there's only one reason that they present, because the Democrats haven't. That's your logic. Right. It's because the Democrats haven't.
He's selling trickle down economics,
right?
But in blackface. And that's the interesting thing about it. Because really what you're telling me is that if you allow him to stay in office, this is what he's saying to us, if you allow him to stay in office, that we will get the money that you've been chasing. That's really what it boils down to. Like I said, and I hate to say this, bravo to the RNC for a little bit, because what they've done is they've made sure to keep in line these very interesting Black men that look like our uncles, that look like our fathers, that look like our mentors. Right. So when we talk about Vernon Jones, the governor's state representative, when we talk about Burgess Owens, like Burgess Owens is a former NFL player. He's a nominee for the GOP. He looks like somebody in our family. Jerron Smith, Howard graduate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He looks like, it's not the funny looking like Tim Scott or Herschel Walker.
Right. They look like regular dudes. Like, oh, that's a regular dude. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, he with him. He rocking with him. Well, then that's a regular dude.
So therefore, I should consider somebody you see at the barbershop.
Yeah.
and all of that is getting blown. So what 50 was doing, what Ice Cube is doing, to me is a form of homegrown terrorism. You have made a lot of money off of black folks. Now that you've made this money, you're completely ignoring the fans. And I put this in the chat room, is that Brian McKnight showed us this play a long time ago, but we ignored it. Like, y'all know if you remember what Brian McKnight did.
I remember he put out a song talking about let me see what your pussy do. Is that the one? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that was the one that Trump co-wrote.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Before.
Oh, all right.
Before this.
What did he do?
So Brian McKnight sung the national anthem at the RNC.
Oh, okay.
And when he did it, the next morning he appeared on Tom Joyner, and Tom Joyner was like, "Yo, what's up with that? Like, you really sung the national anthem at the RNC? Why would you do that?" He said, "Because it don't matter who's in office. I can pay anybody's taxes." And see, that statement alone lets you know, I don't care whose money I got, whose backs I got this money off of. I got it, so I'm good.
Your people, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help and protect.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Mr. Clarkson, right there, executive producer,
no problem.
Jumping in. Always a pleasure. Yeah, man. All right, moving on, y'all. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Moving on. All right, a couple stories interesting. Then I want to play this this demo for y'all. This Drunken Fruit demo. I'm gonna run through a couple of these stories, these wild stories, man. White people going white. Let's see. How about this one? I don't know if you saw this. Cheers. All right, so there's this woman, right? And this is from the Mirror, which is a UK imprint outlet you may be familiar with. Let's read the story together. All right, a man has called his girlfriend out for being unreasonable after she complained that he doesn't use toilet paper. Awesome. This is awesome. The couple had recently started arguing after the woman discovered her man's unusual bathroom habits. He doesn't use a bidet or have an alternative method of cleaning. He simply insists that he doesn't need to use toilet paper. Thanks to his high fiber diet, he says, the man 28 says his good nutrition keeps him clean, much to the dismay of his girlfriend 21. You got to hear the explanation. All right. The woman asked for advice on Reddit on whether she should confront her boyfriend again about the issue again. So this is what she wrote. So I lurk on Reddit I read it a lot, and my boyfriend doesn't. So I sometimes tell him about interesting posts I see on here. Usually it's just memes or funny stuff, but sometimes it's threads on here that are about really wild relationship drama. The other day I read out loud a thread about someone whose boyfriend didn't wipe his ass after pooping and would get streak stains on his underwear. I expected him to laugh, but he just kind of stared at me for a second and said, well, it's because he didn't get enough fiber. What? I asked what he meant, and he was like, if you have enough fiber, you have solid poop that breaks off cleanly, and you don't need to wipe. I was stunned. She said, sometimes he likes to troll me, so I thought that was the case, but he was dead serious. I asked him if he doesn't wipe, and he said he has good nutrition, because you got good nutrition, so there's no need. I kept insisting that there's always going to be some residue and that you need to use toilet paper after pooping. And he just got mad and said, I need to take fiber supplements since obviously I must have loose stools. And he said I was projecting. Yeah, projecting. I was just going to drop it, but he went to grocery shopping the other day and brought me some some fiber supplements for me instead of toilet paper. He laughed and said that I should be glad he chips into the cost of toilet paper since she's the only one that uses it. She said I got frustrated. He said he was being a dick, but he said he was joking about the toilet paper, not about the supplements, and that I was being too sensitive. Should I drop the subject or insist he start wiping? I don't want our sex life to suffer, and I'm tired of him talking about fiber. But now I'm wondering if I am just acting crazy. She opened it for this babe, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Okay, that's just commentary. If you don't get your shitty ass, go somewhere and sit down. What in the hell? What in the hell? What in the heezy? I don't know. Fiber gives you firm stool, so it just breaks off clean and doesn't leave residue. Who knew that? I've been eating wrong this whole time. I've been doing the shit wrong. Man, who knew that frosty mini wheats could get you to so you can, because I always wondered, man, how could, like dogs, I guess I've never been a pet dude. I always wondered, like, dogs don't wipe their ass. Well, they drag it, but then they come in your house and sit down. Like, I never understood that. That's what that reminds me of. Like, ew. Do dogs get enough fiber? Maybe that's why. Oh, maybe because dog food has a lot of fiber in it. Maybe there it is. That's it. It's fibrous. Man, what in the shit kind of? Who knew? Who's doing this out here, man? And I guarantee you, man, 2020, don't be surprised. It's a big world. He's not the only one. He is not the only one. Man, imagine living in that house. And then what happened when you got to, you got to think about it, like in ancient times or whatever. You know what I mean? They had them bath houses and whatnot where you go take a bath and I'll be watching them old TV shows about Rome and all that shit where they go into the community shitter. It's like a hole dug in the ground and everybody just be squatting and talking politics and shit. Like, I don't think they had toilet paper back then, but they had a lot of fiber. Man. But I guess it could work, man. It depends on the situation you in. If you just, shit, shower, and shave every time that you felt pressure. You know what I mean? You went through the whole routine, started from scratch every time you went to the bathroom. I guess that's the only way that could work. You got to jump in the shower after, you take a deuce. Like each time, that's the only way that you can get a pass for that. You could even tell that story. Be like, now I don't use toilet paper. I eat a lot of fiber, but I also jump in the shower every time I take a dump. That's the only way. Anything other than that is gross. All right, moving on. Another wild story. I don't know if y'all caught this. CNN, man. Your man, this is trending. This is actually trending. That's where CNN Cocky News Network. I changed their name today because one of their guys, Jeffrey Toobin, showed his meat on Zoom, man. What's going on out here? Monday. It's Monday. That goes to show you, man. Tuesday through Friday about to be wow. This is a trending topic. Zoom D is a trending topic on Twitter. Let me let y'all see this. Let's read this together. Fortunately, there's no pictures attached to this article. Attached. The New Yorker suspends Jeffrey Toobin for Zoom dick incident. I don't know if you know Jeffrey Toobin. He's a contributor for CNN. In a statement to Vice News, Jeffrey Toobin apologized for the embarrassingly stupid mistake. I don't know what kind of mistake. Let's read. So the New Yorker has suspended reporter Jeffrey Toobin. Sources tell us because he exposed himself during a Zoom call last week between members of the New Yorker and a radio station. All right. He said he made an embarrassingly stupid mistake, believing I was off camera. And he's just bragging right there. I apologize to my wife, family, and friends and coworkers. On the low, he's bragging. I thought I was off camera. I thought I was out the room. My meat just turned the corner and I left the camera on. I believed I was not visible on Zoom. I thought no one on the Zoom call could see me. I thought I had muted the Zoom video. Didn't know you could mute video. So they say he's been suspended while they investigate the matter. What's the investigation? They got to run the tape back? Were they recording? Are they looking and laughing? He's asked, and CNN, he's asked for some time off while he dealt Cocky News Network. He asked for some time off at the Cocky News Network while he dealt with this personal issue. It's a very personal issue of not knowing how to put fucking pants on while you on the Zoom. He out here slinging that Zoom deck. What is you on, fam? What is you on? Nola said he was tubing. That's gonna be that's gonna be what it's called when you get caught with your meat out on camera, accident or otherwise. You out here tubing. Hey man, you out here tubing. So next time you go skiing up in Altoona or the Poconos or something, they be like, the ski slopes is down, but we can go tubing. Nah, fam, I'm good on the tubing. Man, he out there. Meatless Mondays out here, man. What's going on? He tried to play y'all though. He said, I thought I was out of view. Oh yeah? Is that what you thought? Thought you was out of view? You and they walk around the living room butt ass naked. Okay then, Jeff. All right. One more. All right, here's something that's pretty bothersome. This kind of slid under the radar last week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. Sure, you probably did, but I didn't. It's another faux person faking black. All right, let's take a look at this. So apparently, I got this off my man Al's Facebook page. Apparently, there's a professor that got caught up again playing black faking. A white male professor from the University of New Hampshire has been booted from the classroom for posing as a woman of color, the latest in a growing trend of race fakers. Now, Craig Chapman allegedly secretly tweeted under the name The Science Femme and the handle @Piney_the to rail against the left, transgender, and even people of color to his more than 13,000 followers. 13,000. 13,000. All right, so here's the lesson. All right. Here's the lesson. This is what I want y'all to understand. Stop getting emotional on Twitter, man. I see it like often, all day. People really be pointing hard out with facts and statistics and opinion and commentary and emotion and if we ever cross paths in public, like you don't even know who you talking to. Like these people aren't real. All right. So weird names with no pictures, red flag. A weird name with like 17 numbers at the end of it and 8 followers, red flag. An account with a cartoon profile and a picture of some trees in their as their border picture, red flag. Like, we gotta stop getting wrapped up in these raps, man. These conversations. Half of these people ain't even real. This is the one that just came out and told on himself. He was probably on that joint. Like, and this is shaping our society. This is shaping our culture. These opinions are literally, this is where the news get their opinions from. This is where we get our opinions and our facts from. This Bama's on there being a whole nother person. Like probably all kind of being a fake feminist and well, no, he was being a conservative. Okay, so he wasn't being a feminist. But then again, you never know. He probably was smashing Antifa, smashing BLM as a black woman, and you probably was arguing with her, hitting her with all kind of sis and how dare you and for the culture and all that. And she ain't even real. Just imagine all the people that you see tweeting all day, every day, that you think is really dropping jewels, and they ain't even the people they say they, man. All right. I just had to get that story out there. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, moving on. Lamont trying to shame us for not having a picture. Absolutely. If you can't have a picture of you more than once on your profile at some point, it's fraudulent. It's suspect. You suspect. All that I'm trying to hide and my job don't really, nah, man, get off social media. My job don't really, nah, man, you sus. All right, audio is coming in on loop. I don't even know what that means. So I see Facebook having some issues. But I don't know what to tell you. We halfway through the show. All right, keeping it moving. All right, a couple other serious stories. All right, let me play this real quick. I don't know if y'all seen this. Your man, white people starting fights and playing the victim. Let's go to this. Let's lighten it up real quick, just for a second. Sometimes, you know, this is a unity. This is a unity story. This is a story about unity and diversity, and I appreciate it. It's sometimes we need this. We need to learn how to, you know, get along. Here's a way we can learn how to get along. And remember, I said this. Write this down. Put a pen and paper. This is from TMZ. I don't know if you saw this. Here's a way we can all, as people of different ethnicities and backgrounds, to learn how to get along. Leave black people the fuck alone. That's you want to have peace and diversity. All right, let me get this. Get that ad up out of there. You want to have diversity and all that. Just leave black folks the fuck alone. It's really that simple on some level.
See you.
Airheads.
Play more?
Play to listen.
And this whole this drunk, or I was on meth, or I didn't know what was happening, and I started altercation, and then now I'm calling the cops.
Come pick me up. Come put me up.
So apparently, wait a minute. Apparently my man is on the bus, and the bus driver's like, stand back from the yellow line. You ain't got your mask on, all this other stuff. So they get to having a little confrontation in there.
What's up?
Here we go.
Do it, man. Do it. Tell me where the fuck. Do it, man. Do it. Get back behind that line. Okay, get back. I'm about to out. Get back. I'm dropping, man. Get out my face. Get out my face, man. Get out my face. Why the fuck are you fucking? Get out my face, man. Why are you fucking with me? Man, for what?
All right, so he's giving you ample warning. Like in all these videos, I always see the warnings are unlimited. Like he's giving you quite a few. Stand back and stand by, champ.
Follow the law.
But you still antagonizing.
Like you are,
All right. Ping, 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 ping.
You just hit me.
I'm trying to tell you. Now he ain't hit him. He out here leaking.
Come on, dude.
Let's see the face.
I told you that.
Hit me again. You on meth or drunk?
You hit me. Okay, I'll turn my back. You put the door. You're a pussy, dude. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're a pussy. Stay away from me, man. Your best shit didn't do that. Stay away from me.
Okay, all right. Let's listen to what he's saying. Your best hit didn't do anything.
I turn my back.
Let's take a look. Let's go to the compu box. Okay, your best hit. Whoa, wait a minute. Your best hit. You're leaking, fam. You are literally leaking. Your best hit didn't do anything. What? I don't get it. Bang, bang. I don't get it. Drunk or meth. This opioid crisis, man, we got to get a handle on it. It's just too much. These people are ODing on getting lumped up and leaking.
Hey, turn his back. You got on film, right? Hey, turn his back and I push. Come on, dude.
All right. Self-defense. We're here for it. We're here for it. Oh, there's that. All right, let me play something real quick. I'm gonna get into this this video for one of our sponsors, Drunken Fruit. They recently did a demo, man, and hopefully, as you watch this, you'll get a better understanding of their product and realize there's something that you need to have. I mean, it's really a must-have. They were on featured on Girls In Night Out, a website that showcases minority-owned or Black-owned businesses or whatever. So I want to share just a few minutes of this demo, man, so you can get an understanding on how great of a product this is. Black-owned. They've been up for 10 plus years, and it will make, as we approach the holidays, you're already buying shit every day from Amazon. It'd be a great stocking stuffer or gift to send somebody or send yourself. All right, let's take a watch.
Hi, so we are very happy to be able to spend some time with you guys to share this workshop with you and to share the Drunken Food experience with you as well. I will just start with explaining what Drunken Food is. That is the #1 question that we get anytime we come into contact with anyone. So Drunken Fruit is certified organic fruit that we age in our own proprietary blend of alcohol. And I'll give you a little brief history of how we began this journey. I want to say about 12 years ago, my partner and the co-owner of the company, Wayne Jordan, he created his first batch. We loved it so much that we decided to share it with our friends and family at all of our Super Bowl parties, our get-togethers, and the reaction was so positive that, I said to myself, this looks like it could be a very good opportunity for us to bring something original and tasty and just something for adults straight to market. So over the course of, I say, about 10 years, we have perfected and developed 14 different drunken fruit flavors. The product is extremely versatile. You can use it as a garnish for a cocktail. You can use it as an ingredient in a cocktail. You can also use it as a topping for desserts, which is what we're going to be showing you guys today. The list goes on and on about how amazingly versatile the product is. People cook with it, people bake with it, people gift it. It's just on and on and on. There are no rules to drunken fruit. You can have a lot of fun with it. Another amazing aspect about the product is the shelf life. And I'm going to have Wayne explain a little bit of the aging process and how that works.
When we first started, we had this product and we kind of decided, Renee already explained the versatility, but we wanted something that was going to be in line with wines and champagnes, and we wanted to have different vintages as well. So this is where the science came in. We had to perfect techniques. It was a lot of trial and error in the beginning, but we finally perfected a technique of actually aging our products out. We have things aging where from 3 months to the oldest drunken fruit on record, which is the pineapple, which is 13 years old. We developed different flavors. Certain things did not work out, but I could say a lot of them did. And now we offer vintages in different flavors like mint cucumber, strawberry, and like this fall, we're doing all our apple flavors, which is candy apple, sour apple, and spiced apple, which is one of our favorites. And we have that, a vintage 2012 that we're offering this year. So anytime you're ready to get started.
Yes, I believe what we are going to do is we're going to start with strawberry. Strawberry is a wonderful flavor because you can actually use it as a dessert topping. You can drop it in a glass of champagne. You can also use it for a boozy brunch as a topping for waffles and crepes and pancakes. So it's a very interesting flavor. The first dessert that we're going to demonstrate for you guys, very simple, very easy. We're going to do our drunken fruit strawberry cheesecake. We're actually using a batch of strawberry that's been aging for 2 years. So it's pretty young.
So this is simple for all you ladies. You're having a good time with your friends and you just want a simple dessert, but you want to kind of pump it up a little bit, for like a little after dinner surprise. So you just get a regular plain vanilla cheesecake, cut a couple normal size slices, plate it, and now get your drunken fruit strawberry. It's your choice of how much you want to put on it. Put on the top. Use some of what we call the dew and put it all over the cheesecake. You get this up right there. Just a little bump on something traditional.
Now, like I said, versatile. This can be plain cheesecake. It could be key lime. It could be chocolate truffle. Whatever your preference, whatever you prefer. You can play around with a lot of different things.
Then you just add just a little bit of whipped cream on the top and a little bit on the side. And then you have a dessert all ready to go, that all your friends are going to love and enjoy. And that's pretty much it to begin with our first demonstration. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to mention, we mentioned vintages. vintage as opposed to young. So something like dessert topping for strawberry. Some of our customers prefer something that's been aged out a little bit because the texture is a little soft. It's still sweet, it's still delectable, but it's just slightly different. As for a younger drunken fruit strawberry, which might be better to drop in a glass of champagne,
Yes.
because the texture is a little firm.
All right. And it's kind of melt in your mouth fantastic because it just adds that, like I said, a little bit of hint to it. And then another way you can do this as well for a little bit more freshness, or some people like things with a little more tang, a little bit of lemon juice, squeeze it on your cheesecake, add your drunken fruit strawberry, and you just stay completely away from the whipped cream. Or if you want something a little bit on the fresher side, you slice up a nice ripe banana, create a little banana medallions on there, add your drunken fruit strawberry to the cheesecake, and you have a little more of a fresher, sweeter feel to it.
So now we're going to switch it up a little bit and show you a very easy cocktail that you can make with the same drunken fruit strawberry flavor. We're actually going to use the same batch, about 2 years, because we wanted to have that same texture. So we're going to transition a little bit and move on to the next one. Just to show you, this is how drunken fruit strawberry looks in a jar. Very simple. Best thing about the product, you can eat it by itself. Open the jar, you can have it as a nightcap, you can have it, as a nice after dinner treat, whatever you decide to do with it. You don't necessarily have to play around with it, but it's just a lot more fun when you can experiment and do different things. But this is exactly how the product looks.
And that one that's a younger one.
Right.
That's only 6 months old, right, as well. Now, let's say you're finishing up dinner. Yeah, you and the girls are getting ready to hang out, go shoot the breeze downstairs, maybe watch a movie, maybe talk about certain things as far as like your book club or just chilling. What we're going to do is literally a drunken fruit rosé, drunken fruit strawberry rosé spritzer. A touch of rosé.
You can use any rosé of your preference.
Our vodkas of choice is Tito's, and a little seltzer. And away we go. Add a few cubes of ice. As you add the cubes of ice, you go ahead and you add your strawberry drunken fruit to the top of the cubes.
Like you said again, very simple, easy to put together. Nothing complicated. Strawberry, of course, is also very popular for Valentine's Day as well.
And add to your preference. Renee and I like to be a little bit heavy-handed. This is one of our favorite cocktails.
Yes, most definitely.
Now, you add your rosé. I would say I typically add about 2.5 ounces. To 3 ounces. One ounce of Tito's, or any vodka of your choice. Some people like to go along with flavored vodkas. We like Tito's because it's a nicer flavor for both of us.
It's very clean, and it's also gluten-free as well, if you like that. And for this particular recipe, we like to keep it simple, clean flavors. You can, if you want, add a little agave syrup or even simple syrup, just for, make it a little sweeter. It really depends on your palate and your preference. Like I said, there are no rules. You can pretty much experiment with
Just
any
a
kind of
touch.
flavor or taste that you're looking for.
Little bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
And take out your stirrer
Mm-hmm.
and you stir.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Something really simple. So nice fresh cocktail, has a nice flavor to it, and with a little punch, just a little punch.
We're actually gonna
Cheers.
enjoy
Hope you
these
don't mind.
as we move forward. Very nice, very refreshing,
Mm-hmm.
perfectly balanced, good to go.
Okay. You can describe with what other things they can do.
So,
It's perfect
like
for
I said,
champagne couplings.
Strawberry, like I mentioned before, champagne couplings. I am a brunch girl, so a lot of uses for strawberry for brunch. You can do pancakes, you can do waffles, you can do crepe.
Very versatile. Very versatile. John Watson says, first you drink, then you eat. Sounds like the end of every date night to me. Hi-oh. All right, so I'm going to cut it short right there. I know y'all salivating, whatever. We're going to revisit that throughout the week. They did an awesome demo. They had a funny thing. They had a room full of people. It was a live demo, live streaming. A room full of people. So they, like at the cooking shows, you get to play. So they passing the stuff out. By the time they get to the end of the demo, everybody in the room is on tilt. So that's a beautiful thing. There are a couple other items I want y'all to see towards the end of this that are just absolutely delicious. So later in the week, I'm going to play some more clips from this demo. However, if you look in the, let's see here. If you look in your chat, whichever platform you're watching, I'll put the direct link to the full demo and you can watch on your own time. So there it is. But again, we will be revisiting that later on in the week. So great to and again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but so right here can answer all your questions. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just do that. Do that. I don't know who needs to read this. Okay. We're this week. The challenge. I'll be your Eric Thomas, E. Thomas, hip hop motivator. This week, we're going to read. We're not going to sit there and just let things get past us. We're going to read. We're going to use our eyes and our brains. And we're going to read. It's Eric Thomas. All right. So, all right. We have reached that part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we like to leave on a lesson, man. Quick little blurb, from an elder. In a segment I like to call Hi Dad, man. Let's check in on him, see how he doing. All right, yeah.
Happy everyday, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflection. Cherish the moment. We all can be thankful that we are in this moment of time, that we are able to make a change in our current situation. It is up to us as a collective body to do what is necessary. History will look back at this moment where people with differences among themselves got together and participated for one cause. What is that, you ask? We voted. On a little side note, happy birthday to my daughter. Now, somehow, she celebrates the whole month of October. I don't think that she is old enough. Peace and blessings to all. Alpha Papa.
Huh. Yeah. I don't think she's old enough. I heard somebody laugh in the background, too. That was funny. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached that time of the show. Hey, man, join us on Patreon, man. We got some things clicking. I'm trying to build. It's a slow burn, but patreon.com, Mr. Lamont King. Hey, you got like 2 OnlyFans subscriptions, right? So mine is way cheaper than that, and my content is way less classy. So patreon.com, Mr. Lamont King. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe for as low as $3 a month. You can get everything. You can get the stuff. You can get the stuff you don't get here. How about that? Man, you can get stuff that ain't online nowhere. You can get old stuff. You get some throwback classics, exclusives, and you can have it to yourself whenever you want it on demand. So that's the thing. And also, again, we building over here, man. So we are completely funded, viewer support by viewers like you. If you got a good chuckle in, or you heard one of those and you heard something thought provoking or something new you ain't know, man, go ahead and slide us a loose bill, man. At the Cash App. I had recently had a scare. I told y'all last week, man, the Cash App was compromised, but you good though. You good. We fixed it. You sending is good. Don't worry about none of that. You sending is good. Let me figure out how to get the money out. All right, we had a little situation, but it's all good right now. So Lamont King 06. And there's that, man. And we got quite a few stories that I didn't get to cover. We'll bring them back tomorrow. And we got some guests tomorrow on Wednesday. And so hopefully I'll see y'all here, man. And maybe we'll have time for Roland. I appreciate you for standing by, Roland. Stand back and stand by. We'll try to squeeze you in at another time. Other than that, man, y'all be safe and enjoy yourself, man. Don't do nothing crazy and wild, man. See you tomorrow.